need you to make some noise for Rebecca Joey Schwab.
Well, my name is Rebecca Joey Schwab, but the internet likes to call me a thick little matzo ball. It's because I'm what they call Jewish thick. I didn't make it up. Thank you. Do you think so, miss? Thank you. I like it. It's better than the white boys that call me a little fat, you know? And also people on the internet think I have diabetes. So I have to tell you all that I don't have diabetes. That's just my dad, okay? And I have to be like, my A1C is 4.8, like my grade point average. I'm lying about at least one of those, but not the diabetes. So, okay, all right, well, I want to try some new stuff out. Is that cool? Yeah, all right. So, have you ever said something and immediately regretted it? Yeah. Immediately. Okay, well, I was 12 years old, and I was in 6th grade, and we learned about in vitro fertilization, IVF babies, okay? So someone came in and taught us all that you can make a little baby alien in a lab, right? Science is so cool, we produce aliens. And so I went home and I said to my mom and dad, hey, Mom and Dad, I'd be so okay if I was an IVF baby. And they looked at each other like this was the opening they'd been waiting for 12 years. And they were like, well, Rebecca, you are an IVF baby. And I hysterically sobbed on the ground. I was like, oh my God, I am an alien. And my sister, also IVF, didn't care at all because she was born a little cold. She was frozen, so frozen egg. And she was kind of a bitch, I don't know. I'm really putting the ET in test tube babies, do you know what I mean? And then I reach out and then you touch my finger like ET, we did it, okay. Thank you. Okay, great, cool, in vitro fertilization. The worst part about that is I was born owing my dad $30,000. I'll never make that back. Okay, let's see. All right, so he mentioned, the host mentioned that I'm on Instagram. Are you guys on Instagram? What a horrible place. Y'all know about DMs? Have you heard the term sliding into your DMs? It sounds sexy. It sounds lubricated. It's not. Men are not sliding into my DMs. They're forcefully entering. It's not consensual, okay? I get DMs like, you're so beautiful. Can I take you to dinner? Die, Jew bitch. You know, it's just a Tuesday, right? But okay, go with me, all right? My DMs kind of make me miss the draft. Not because of war, okay, but because during war and the draft, men were busy. And they didn't have time or limbs to be messaging me about my ass, you know? I kind of miss the days with carrier pigeons, right? Because then 3 months later, I'll get a pigeon, and it'll be like, that ass though, and I'll be like, maybe he's dead. And then 2 more weeks later, I'll have another pigeon, and it'll just drop a literal eggplant. And then I can make eggplant parm with a side of pigeon. You get the eggplant emoji joke? All right. It's a literal eggplant in this case. If only, men, if only. Okay. That was me making fun of the size of men's penises. Do we understand that? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I do attract a certain kind of man. Not just an Uber Eats delivery driver. Other kinds of men. Jewish men. Okay, ew, yay. Yeah, I know. They're bald like my dad. But when they're younger, they're fine. These men get tattoos. The Jewish boys I like get tattoos, and if you know anything about Judaism, tattoos are illegal. You're not supposed to modify the body at all, right? Except for to get nose jobs. Or as I like to call it, the circumcision of the face. So don't modify the body at all, but these boys all get Jewish star tattoos. And some of you are like, that boy's a GD. No, he's not. He's just memorizing his grandma, okay. And that was a Holocaust joke. All right. I did a gang and Holocaust joke together. Am I right, Chicago? Let's go. Okay. Okay. All right, but I have just like the pigeons. I actually have dated vets. both kinds of vets. Thank you for your service, veterans, and also veterinarians. Are you guys veterinarians? Or do you just give them so much of your money? Yeah, right? So here's the thing, they both have PTSD for very different reasons, okay? The veteran I dated had PTSD from Afghanistan. He ain't never been to Afghanistan, okay? And then my veteran ex-boyfriend has killed more than the veteran. He's taking more lives. They have to put the puppies down. It's so sad. I know, but he can prescribe me Xanax, so it's okay. Okay, and now I'm gonna do a fun closer with this bag. What's in the bag? Everybody say that.
What's in the bag?
Oh my God, I'm obviously gonna tell you. That's the whole point of this. Okay, so I love my dad. I love him very much, and he wants grandchildren. And my sister and I have not done that. We gave him a grand dog. He loves Bucky, but Bucky is not a child baby. So he's done this weird thing. He's in his 70s, and I guess this is what 70-year-old Jewish white men do, all right? They start collecting things. Does anyone have a weird collection before I show you my dad's? Who has a weird collection, something random? Yell it out. Boats? Did you say boats again? Dude, boats are 1,000, way to flex your money. We're done with you. Cool, I wish I also collected yachts, you know? It's just two? What? I don't want to go into the power dynamic of this table, but the boat thing feels racial, and I'm gonna leave it at that. How about this side of the room? Anyone have a weird collection?
Coasters.
Coasters. More affordable than fucking boats. Good job. So my dad has started collecting. I'm gonna show you them, and then you can tell me if you know what this is. Ready? It's very fluffy. Okay. Oh, but there's more. There's two. There has to be three, or like rule of threes. Okay. They're not llamas. They're gay little llamas is what they are. Let me show the whole room. These are stuffed alpacas. They're made out of alpaca fur. Feel it. Tell everyone how soft it is. Oh my God. Weirdly, women all want to buy these. I want a kickback. We'll talk about it later. So, my dad has 200 of these. And my mom will not allow them in the house. She calls them an abomination. So my dad, he's a divorce lawyer, okay? And when his clients come, they're all in his office. There's like 200 stuffed alpacas in this divorce lawyer's office. They either think, oh, wow, emotional support fluffs. Or, I bet he won these in his own divorce settlement. Maybe I'll get my alpacas too. So, my dad, he loves, the company itself, it markets itself as No Drama Llamas. Every email is signed with fluffy love. I'm like, these look like a Pomeranian that I dyed with dye, and then other people judge me because you should not dye your dog's hair. Okay, we've all made mistakes. My dad, he tells everyone that he is the #1 collector in North America. That can't be proven, we don't know. Okay, but he has so many of them. He has so many of them, they come with boutique names, all right? This one is Pixie Stardust, and this one is Rainbow Galaxy, all right? He also has Glacier and Spooky S'mores, and also like Neon Butterfly. And he's like, why don't you bring Spooky S'mores? And I'm like, can you stop using its full name? Too much, Dad. But the company says they're No Drama Llamas, okay? But there was drama. Look at this thing. Look at its beautiful soul and beady little eyes. Do you see it? Do you see the beady? It's staring at it stole your soul. Okay. So the company came out and said, hey, we have to recall the alpacas. We're gonna recall the alpacas because their little eyes are a choking hazard. And we've been marketing them to children, which is crazy. My dad has gifted these to no less than 3 babies. This is not a toy for a baby, okay? It's like, it looks very soft, but it's weird. It's very, do you see a baby playing with this? Very strange to eat alpaca fur. Okay, so the company said that we'll give you a refund, a full refund, which we want because we're Jewish. We want the refund. If you send us a photo with the proof of destruction. So they want me to take pixie stardust and cut off its head. And they recommend using a knife or a scissors. Okay, my dad's not gonna let us kill his grandchildren. Even for the money. I'm like, Dad, listen. I went on Amazon. I looked up mini guillotines. They exist. Why? This reason. Okay. I lined all the alpacas up because I'm like, all right, you want photo proof? Let's get weird with it. Let's make an A24 film. I'm gonna call it Alpacalypto 2026. And so I lined them all up to their doom, and I made a mass grave. I'm dressed as an executioner, okay, all in black. And I sent to the company with the subject line that said, "You made me do this." And I guess what I'm saying with this joke is, if you don't give your dad grandchildren, shit gets weird. And so fluffy. Ugh. We'll talk after. You can get your daughter a gift. All right, so should I end on something Jewish? I'm gonna do it. I'm not asking your permission, I'm going to do it. All right, so it's not political, it's cultural. If you don't know, there's two major kinds of Jewish people. It's not rich and poor, that's not the kind. It's Ashkenazi, which are from Eastern Europe, okay? And Sephardi, who are chill, okay? They're from Spain or the Mediterranean. Those are chill Jews. They don't have IBS. They don't have gluten intolerance. They're like cool. They probably have boats, okay? Probably for sure they have the boats. They make the party. Okay, so that's too insider of it. Okay, that was the accent. So Ashkenazi Jews, that's what I am because my skin, you see me, I'm probably from Poland. You don't know that for sure. Could be Latvia, let's go. And we are crazy. And my Aunt Sherry, I'm allowed to talk about her. I'm not allowed to talk about my mom. Her name's Rachel. I'm not allowed to talk about it. But Sherry, I'm allowed to talk about. She went to her doctor. She has a cool Sephardi doctor, so this is what she sounded like. She's like, "Doctor!" That's what she sounds like. "Doctor, everything is wrong. What's happening? It's bad." And the doctor, Sephardi, was like, "Sherry, you have what I call Ashkenazi syndrome. But in America, we call that generalized anxiety." And I love Sherry because she's very specific about her death, okay? It's important, to know who is the advance directive when you're gonna die. And she says, "Nothing good happens after 90. I thought the phrase was "nothing good happens after 2 a.m., but sure. And she said, "Pull the plug. Pull the plug. If I'm over 90, you pull the plug." First of all, why are we always talking about death over lunch? Okay? There's always food. She's like, "Kill me." I'm like, "That's enough." Also, yeah, I'm not her kid. So she made the son that loves her the least in charge of her death because she knows he will pull the plug. The other one lives in Jersey City. He'll never leave his mother. Okay. I do that impression, and she's like, "You sound like me." I was like, that is the point. Yeah, she's actually from here. She just speaks with an East Coast accent. Jews just do that, I don't know. Just like immediately sound New Yorker. Okay, all right. Out here, I'm gonna go to callback, and we're gonna be done. And if you want to feel the alpaca afterwards, you can, because they're really soft, and you'll be like, now I need to buy this alpaca product from Peru. Fuck the shipping and handling. I need it now. Buy it for Hannah. Okay. So I do date a lot of boys with Jewish star tattoos. It's happened 4 times. That's not normal. It's a real fuck you to Judaism. And I love atheists. And so the thing is, my parents did a real number on me, okay? I don't have any tattoos. I'm like, do I have to prove that I have no tattoos? I don't have any tattoos, okay? I have a dope-ass jacket, but I don't have any tattoos. No tattoos, okay? A lot of guilt, so dope. A lot of guilt, because, yeah, Jews, raised in Skokie. Oh my God! So much IBS and anxiety, but I don't have any tattoos, so I love a boy with sleeves. I love a Jewish bad boy, okay? And my first cousins don't have any tattoos. And my second cousins don't. So I know when I hook up with a Jewish boy with tattoos, we are not related! Or we are 5th cousins and it's fine. Okay, thank you guys so much. I hope you had a fun 9 minutes.